Welcome to the Midlife Health Channel US. We're so glad to have you join our health-loving community today. Here we'll share practical tips and secrets to help your body stay healthy, strong, and full of energy. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe to become part of our big health-focused family. And please like this video to give us more motivation to spread even more valuable content. Thank you so much. 3 everyday fruits doctors warn seniors must eat to keep legs strong and stop night cramps. Let me invite you to picture something very simple. On your breakfast table, there might be a bright yellow banana, a fruit you may have treated for years as nothing more than a quick snack. But with age, especially after 60, that banana is more than just something sweet. It becomes a quiet companion, helping your legs stay steady, your muscles stay strong, and your steps feel more confident. In medicine, we know that as we grow older, the body gradually loses muscle mass. That is why so many people complain about weak legs, painful cramps at night, or even falling just from losing balance when stepping out of bed. I have heard many patients tell me they cannot manage a few steps up the stairs, or that each time they rise from a chair, they feel unsteady. Have you ever felt that way yourself? What is fascinating is that the answer is not always found in expensive treatments or complicated methods. Science shows us that bananas are rich in potassium and magnesium, 2 essential minerals that keep your muscles contracting smoothly, prevent stiffness, and ease cramps. A single banana can provide hundreds of milligrams of potassium, enough to help the body maintain electrolyte balance, something older adults often lack. For women, getting enough potassium has even been shown to reduce the risk of hip fractures, one of the most feared accidents in later years. I remember a patient in her 70s who used to wake up at night because of aching legs. After just a few weeks of eating a banana every day, she told me the cramps came less often and her legs felt lighter. Stories like that remind me that sometimes the most familiar things bring about the deepest changes. So the next time you see a banana on the table, remember, it is not just another piece of fruit. It is nature's simple gift, helping you hold on to the strength in your legs and the freedom in every step you take. Have you ever noticed that as the years go by, your legs no longer feel as agile as they once did? Tasks that used to be effortless, like climbing a few steps or simply standing up from a chair, suddenly become challenges. Some patients have confided in me that even bowing down to pray or just going to the bathroom feels difficult. This is not just the story of a few individuals. It is the reality faced by many older adults. For women in particular, as calcium levels in the body gradually decrease, bones become fragile and more prone to fractures. The risk of falling and breaking a hip grows higher. What may seem like a small fall can often mark the beginning of long months of recovery and the loss of independence. Research shows that 1 out of every 5 older adults will experience a fall that leads to serious injury. That number should make us pause, because a fall is not only a physical setback, it can also erode confidence and limit the freedom to live daily life fully. And it does not stop there. Many older adults struggle with nighttime cramps, those sudden stabbing pains in the calves that interrupt sleep and leave the body drained the next day. I have had patients tell me they dread going to bed because the pain of a muscle cramp would jolt them awake in the middle of the night. Have you ever felt that way when your legs, once the pillars of your body, begin to feel more like a burden that fills you with worry each day? When we think about health in our later years, the mind often jumps to the heart or memory, yet it is easy to overlook that our legs are the true foundation of of independence. A body may be strong in many ways, but if the steps are unsteady, it is like a beautiful house built on a shaky foundation. After the age of 60, if we want to keep walking with confidence, we need to pay attention to the seemingly small factors that actually carry tremendous impact. And the wonderful truth is that many of these factors are within our reach, beginning right at the dining table. Let me share with you a familiar companion of older age, the banana. Bananas are not only simple, affordable, and easy to find, they are also rich sources of potassium and magnesium, two minerals essential for muscle strength. Just 1 or 2 bananas a day can provide hundreds of milligrams of potassium, enough to ease muscle cramps, improve balance, and protect muscles from decline. I have had patients tell me that after making bananas a daily habit, they noticed real change. Those painful nighttime cramps gradually faded, and standing up or sitting down became less of a struggle. It is a reminder that sometimes the solution to a big problem can be found in something as common and accessible as the fruit in your kitchen. Bananas are not just food, they can act as a small key that unlocks stability, keeping the legs steady and significantly lowering the risk of falls in older adults. Have you ever considered that something as simple as a banana each day might be enough to change the quality of your life? Alongside nutrition, there is another factor we cannot ignore, and that is gentle movement. Many people assume that exercise becomes too demanding as we get older, but in truth, even the simplest motions can bring surprising benefits. I often remind my patients that you do not need to spend hours jogging or lift heavy weights. Small, consistent exercises each day are often enough to maintain the strength in your legs. You might start with something as easy as a slow walk around the house or through the garden. Just a few laps can improve blood flow, delivering more oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. Or try the simple act of sitting down and standing up from a chair. It strengthens the thighs and improves balance at the same time. Even light stretching in the morning when your body still feels stiff after sleep can make a big difference in how flexible and steady you feel throughout the day. What makes this even more interesting is that movement actually helps your body use nutrients like potassium and magnesium more effectively. In other words, when you pair smart eating with gentle activity, your body absorbs and applies those nutrients far better. I have seen patients who, after just a few weeks of regularly eating bananas and practicing light daily movement, not only had fewer cramps, but also walked with more confidence and less fear of falling. Does it make you wonder how sometimes the slowest steps and the smallest motions can open the door to a steadier, stronger life? Beyond bananas, there are still many hidden treasures of nutrition sitting quietly in our daily meals, often overlooked. Leafy greens and nuts are among the most powerful allies for the body after 60. A bundle of fresh greens, the sweet comfort of a baked sweet potato, or a handful of crunchy almonds all carry rich amounts of potassium and magnesium. These two minerals act like silent timekeepers, maintaining the rhythm of life inside the body. When electrolytes are balanced, the heart beats more steadily, the muscles contract and release more smoothly, and the constant fatigue that weighs us down begins to ease. I have had patients tell me that simply adding a serving of vegetables to their dinner or enjoying a small handful of nuts each day helped reduce nighttime cramps and gave them deeper, more restful sleep. What is most valuable here is the harmony of combination. Bananas may provide a quick and generous boost of potassium, but when paired with vegetables, beans, and nuts, the body receives a fuller orchestra of nourishment. Each food contributes its own note, creating a symphony of strength and resilience. Do you see how something as small as adding a plate of greens at lunch or snacking on a few almonds while talking with a friend can quietly deliver such a profound gift to your body? These small, almost invisible changes are the foundation that keeps your legs steady after 60 and your heart beating strong through the years. One question I often hear from patients with diabetes is this: "Doctor, can I eat bananas?" The answer is yes, but with a little caution. People living with diabetes absolutely can enjoy bananas because this fruit is rich in potassium and magnesium minerals that are vital for muscle strength and heart health. The key is knowing how to choose the right fruit and control the portion. Always go for bananas that are not overly ripe. Once a banana becomes very soft and sweet, its natural sugars rise sharply, which can cause blood sugar levels to fluctuate. A moderately ripe banana eaten in the morning or as a midday snack can deliver valuable nutrients without placing too much stress on blood sugar. For most people with diabetes, keeping it to about one banana a day is both safe and reasonable. I recall one patient who told me that after learning how to manage her intake, she was able to enjoy a banana every day. The result was noticeable: fewer nighttime leg cramps, better sleep, and her blood sugar levels stayed within a healthy range. This reminds us that not every fruit has to be completely avoided in diabetes. The real key lies in smart adjustments. When you strike the right balance between your body's need for minerals and the careful management of blood sugar, bananas can become a helpful and enjoyable part of daily nutrition, even for those living with diabetes. There is one factor that seems so simple, yet plays an equally important role in keeping the body strong, and that is the habit of drinking enough water. Many people think of water only as a way to quench thirst, but in reality, after the age of 60, water becomes a quiet companion for your muscles. When the body is dehydrated, electrolyte balance is easily disrupted. In that state, even if you eat bananas or leafy greens to bring in potassium and magnesium, those precious minerals cannot work to their full potential. I have had patients who often complained about frequent nighttime cramps, and when we looked closely, it was not always a lack of potassium. Sometimes the simple reason was that they were not drinking enough water during the day. Think of your muscles as a field. Nutrition is the seed and water is the rain. Without rain, the soil turns dry and the seed cannot sprout. In the same way, without enough water, your metabolism slows down and muscles lose their softness and flexibility. For older adults, reminding yourself to drink becomes even more important. Just by keeping the habit of sipping small amounts throughout the day, many people notice their nighttime cramps reduce significantly. It is a reminder that sometimes the key to steady legs and lasting strength can come from something as simple as lifting a glass of water and drinking it regularly each day. One of the greatest concerns in older age is the risk of falling. I have met many patients who told me that just one small misstep was enough to set off months of treatment and take away the confidence they once had in moving freely. Medical statistics show that after 60 men with low potassium levels have twice the risk of falling. For women, getting enough potassium each day can reduce the risk of hip fractures by as much as 22%. And these numbers are not meant to frighten you, but to remind you that even a small change in diet can create a profound difference. This shows us that proper nutrition does more than build strong muscles. It directly protects your safety and quality of life. A fall is not just a bruise. It can steal independence, leaving someone hesitant and fearful with every step. I have seen many people spend long months recovering from a hip injury, and the heaviest burden was not always physical, but emotional, living with the constant fear that it might happen again. Do you realize that sometimes a banana, a serving of greens, or a handful of almonds is not just nourishment, but also a kind of shield, a quiet protection against risks that seem almost unavoidable with age? It is clear proof that caring for your health through simple choices can keep your legs steady and preserve your freedom well into your later years. Looking back at everything we have shared, I believe you can see a simple truth with incredible strength. Sometimes an ordinary, familiar fruit like the banana can hold far more value than we imagine. Used wisely, a banana can become a natural remedy, keeping your legs steady, your body strong, especially in the later years of life. Bananas are inexpensive, easy to find, available almost everywhere, yet their benefits are remarkable. They not only help prevent muscle weakness, loss of balance, or those painful nighttime cramps, but they also protect against falls, something that so often troubles older adults. I have seen many patients who simply by making bananas part of their daily routine noticed real changes in their steps and in the ease of their everyday activities. What is even more valuable is the way bananas can be paired with leafy greens, nuts, gentle daily movement, and the simple habit of drinking enough water. Together, these form a solid foundation for a life of independence, confidence, and vitality. So never underestimate the power of simple things. With just a couple of bananas each day, you are giving your legs strength and offering yourself a better quality of life. And so we can see that health is not always found in complicated solutions or distant ideas. More often it begins with the simplest habits woven into daily life. A banana, a glass of water, a few minutes of gentle movement. Together, these small choices add up to stronger legs and a more confident older age. If today's message has given you a new perspective or even a small habit you can try right away, then that is my greatest joy. And if you found this content helpful, I invite you to like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue this journey together in future episodes where I will share more meaningful insights and stories about health and life. May you always keep your steps steady, your mind at peace, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. This video is for educational purposes only. Please consult your doctor before applying any of these suggestions.